Do you folks love Disney's Fantasia? If so, then you're going to love Robot Carnival. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am doing an anime review for once, even though I don't review a lot of anime. So anyway, what is Robot Carnival, you ask? Well, it is a Japanese anime anthology film released in 1987. It consists of 9 shorts by 9 different directors, many of whom started out as animators with little to no directing experience. The film has gained a small cult following. Each has a distinctive animation style and story from each director within a steampunk-like setting, as well as ranging from comedic to dramatic storylines. By the way, when did I first saw Robot Carnival? Well, it was back in 1993 when a friend of mine came over to my house and shows me this anime that I've never seen before called Robot Carnival, and I was thinking to myself, is it a movie about robots in a carnival or something? I don't know. But anyway, let's start the show, shall we, folks? However, I'm going to talk about a few segments, not that many. Also, I'm going to do a comparison between the original Japanese and the English dub on one of the segments. The first segment is the opening, where a small boy is in the middle of the desert and finds a small coming soon poster advertising the Robot Carnival and becomes frightened. He warns the people in his village, and I can't understand a word he's saying, he's just speaking gibberish. Gee, that sounds familiar, huh? Kinda sounds like how the characters of Banjo-Kazooie speak like that, such cartoony gibberish. Anyway, the people in the village start running into their homes when a huge machine with many robots performing in niches on its exterior grinds its way right over the village. Once a magnificent traveling showcase, it is now a decayed, rusted, malfunctioning engine of destruction. This segment was directed by Atsuko Fukushima and Katsuhiro Otomo, who you may know him as the creator of Akira. No, I am not making this shit up, folks. The second segment, Frankens Gears, directed by Koji Morimoto, is about a mad scientist named Dr. Frankens Gears bringing his robotic creation to life with lightning a la Frankenstein. There are some funny moments when Dr. Frankens Gears tries to get more power for his creation, and all he's doing is making these cartoony sound effects while pulling levers, turning valves, whatever, and he fails. But wait, what's this? It seems Dr. Frankens Gears' creation came to life. It's alive! However, the robot mimics everything Dr. Frankens Gears does. Especially I love how everything from screws, nuts, bolts, wires start flying all over the place, including gears, sprockets, pipes, and bricks start coming down. Yeah, look at that, folks. Everything's coming down. He's bringing down the house. Oh, yeah. Or should I say, yeah. Oh! Please excuse me for my imitation of Mordecai and Rigby from Regular Show, folks. Anyway, it ends with Dr. Frankens Gears dancing with joy. He trips, falls, the robot does the same thing. Thus, the scientist was crushed by his own creation and died. Well, folks, what have we learned? What is the moral? If you create something big, everything will come crashing down. Deprive. This is one of the best segments. It's action-oriented, it has a humanoid robot who reminds me of the Terminator, saving the world from an invasion, and I gotta say, the music is pretty awesome. To me, it feels like a music video, only without the lyrics. Starlight Angel, directed by Hiroyuki Kitazume, who you may know him for working at an anime studio called Sunrise. This segment features 2 teenage girls at a robot-themed amusement park who are friends. One of the girls finds that her lover is now going out with her friend. Running away in tears, the girl finds her way into a virtual reality ride. However, it may be pleasant at first until she plunges into a nightmarish world, causing her memory to summon a giant laser-breathing mecha that looks like a Decepticon or a Gundam. One of the robots in the park finds himself in the role of knight in shining armor, and allowing the girl to let go of her darker emotions and to move forward in her life. You know what? This segment looks rather familiar. Where have I seen something like that before? Of course, a-ha's music video Take On Me. Not to mention I did hear a rather familiar music that makes me feel like I want to play Final Fantasy, because that's what it sounded like, Final Fantasy music. Anyway, let's move on to the next segment, folks. A Tale of Two Robots. This was one of my favorite segments. It takes place in late century Japan, where a foreigner by the name of Jonathan Jameson Volkerson III is taking over Japan with his giant robot until a couple of Japanese teenagers operate a machine that was made for the parade. I do have to say this segment does have plenty of humor. However, I'm going to compare both the original Japanese and the English dub by Streamline's Pictures. In the original Japanese, the foreigner, or should I say, Jonathan Jameson Volkerson III, speaks English with a German accent, while the Japanese speak their language. Now, here's what they sound like in the Streamlines dub.
Enough's enough! That's it! The time has come to defend our honor!
Yeah, you ready?
Sure, but I don't think this machine was built to defend anyone's honor.
She's right. This machine was built for the parade.
That's our point, you nitwit! Chubby, start shoveling that coal!
You got it!
Then Jiro, all set down there!
Upset.
This is unforgivable! Do you think that you can move and maneuver in the same way as my own machine? A device which was created by me? The world's greatest genius? Do you? Come on, get out of the way!
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the dubbing wasn't good. I mean, it's so bad it's funny. And believe me, I have seen bad English dub anime since... You get the picture. I've read online that some people criticized the Streamline dub that the voices of the Japanese characters were being stereotypical and racist. I mean, can you imagine Funimation redubbing this? That would have been awesome. It would have better dubbing. And last, the ending and epilogue segments. First, the ending segment. The Robot Carnival is stopped by a small hill in the desert, unable to climb in the sandy obstruction, chugging its way, then it starts to crumble. In the epilogue, a man finds an orb that was from the remains of the carnival and brings it to his family, which turns out to be a music box featuring a miniature robot ballerina. As she dances, the children that look like cats start cheering and applauding, and then as soon as the ballerina finishes her dance, she leaps and...
Excellent!
Exactly, and in its place is an enormous word, the end, and the only one who survived was the family's pet llama, and that's it. And to close, this was a really awesome anime. It's like Fantasia with robots, and yes, the Robot Carnival soundtrack is available in online stores or you can hear them on YouTube. Well, I hope you all enjoyed my review on this buried treasure. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, see you all next time.